the psychology of immature masculinity. Masculinity, as we traditionally understand it, has been shaped by society's expectations of what it means to be a man. Unfortunately, these expectations often encourage a narrow view of masculinity, one that emphasizes strength, dominance, and emotional detachment, and discourages vulnerability, empathy, and emotional expression. But what happens when men buy into these limited notions? How does this form of masculinity affect their lives, relationships, and sense of self? Immature masculinity often begins in adolescence, as boys are socialized into specific roles that reward toughness and dismiss vulnerability. From a young age, boys are told that crying is a weakness, that showing emotions is feminine, and that they must always be in control of their feelings. These beliefs are deeply ingrained, and as a result, many men grow up hiding their true emotions, suppressing their feelings of fear, sadness, or anxiety. At the core of immature masculinity is a fear of appearing weak. This fear manifests in various ways, such as avoiding emotional intimacy, rejecting help or support, and even engaging in risky or aggressive behaviors to prove one's manliness. This pressure can leave men feeling isolated, unworthy, and unable to express their true selves. Immature masculinity also impacts relationships. Men who hold on to these outdated beliefs may struggle with communication and emotional connection, leading to difficulties in both romantic and platonic relationships. If a man feels that he must always be the tough guy or the provider, he may distance himself emotionally from his partner or family, making it hard to build trust and intimacy. This form of masculinity often leads to the suppression of critical emotional intelligence. Instead of learning how to understand and manage emotions, men may turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms like aggression, substance abuse, or avoidance. They may struggle to process complex feelings or communicate their needs, which can create a cycle of emotional repression that affects their overall well-being. However, immature masculinity is not immutable. It's essential to recognize that masculinity is not one-dimensional, and there is no single way to be a man. As society continues to evolve, there is growing recognition that emotional intelligence, vulnerability, and empathy are integral parts of a healthy, mature masculinity. Men who embrace these aspects are better able to connect with others, experience more fulfilling relationships, and lead more authentic, meaningful lives. The key to breaking free from immature masculinity lies in self-awareness and self-compassion. By challenging societal expectations and embracing a more nuanced understanding of masculinity, men can begin to heal from the pressures they've faced and develop a healthier relationship with their emotions. When men feel safe to express themselves, they not only improve their own mental and emotional health, but they also create space for others to do the same. This shift requires courage, self-reflection, and a willingness to confront deeply ingrained beliefs. But the benefits are profound. Men who embrace emotional vulnerability and reject the limitations of immature masculinity open the door to deeper self-acceptance, stronger relationships, and a greater sense of inner peace. It's time to redefine what it means to be a man, not through the lens of outdated stereotypes, but through the embrace of authenticity, empathy, and emotional connection.